Welcome to your new favorite show. It's a People Problem on the Michigan Business Network. This is your host, Fathy Shetiah. I want to start with a simple truth that communication is inherently challenging in our daily lives. Even if we strip away technology, smartphones, and everything that goes with it, and we walk into a break room to have a discussion with a coworker or a board meeting, oftentimes we nod and we agree. But did we really understand? Did we really listen? I bet to differ. We often go back to our desk, we often go back to our daily lives, and if something comes back regarding that conversation, we often ask ourselves, I don't remember. Did he say that? Or did she say that? Did they mean that? I wonder what they really meant. Why does that happen to us? Because most of us have our own lenses of what's happening in the world and our own points of view. And our perception takes over. So sometimes we nod just to get the conversation done, just to move on. Don't want to embarrass the person, don't want to look embarrassed. But in business, that tends to be very challenging. And when it matters the most, that can get us in trouble. When I say urgent, urgent to me might not be the same urgent to you. Does respect be defined by one particular rule? Absolutely not. Shared language does not mean shared understanding. Now take that baseline difficulty and add to it the things that we all face every single day, which is diversity, technology. When we look at technology and we look at diversity, we see that in our daily lives every single day. And guess what? Both of them have a unique complexity to it. They're great things. Diversity is amazing, but it comes with its own challenges. It has different cultures, different languages, different understanding, different behaviors, different political point of views, different ways of everything. But then I take technology for an example. We all love technology. Technology is wonderful, but it's making us move much, much faster than before. Fast doesn't always mean bad, but also fast means we're rushing. Is that a price that we have to pay? Something to think about. And when we rush, we oftentimes not understand and not listen carefully. We have more connection points, but less true connection. And to be frank, this is why this show is coming to light. Communication is key. And when communication breaks, and it does break, on a family level, on a personal level, on a business level, it does break. Let's try to avoid the break, or at least minimize the damage that it can do, because it can be pretty damaging. Our goal in this particular show, It's a People Problem, is to really try to maximize the benefits that we all have, but have that one common thing that is dangerous, which is the lack of understanding and the miscommunication that we all face. We're trying to build better leaders for tomorrow, and we're trying to build better neighbors for tomorrow. Our communities need us, and therefore we need to find ways to be able to communicate better. Whether you run a manufacturing plant or a hospital or a small office like us or anything global, communication is key. It's not something that can be ignored. Oftentimes, it's not the system that is a problem. Sometimes it's the people behind the system that are the problem, because systems are built and they need to be executed. They are executed most of the time by human, and those humans need our attention because we often forget them when we put the system together. So how do we navigate this complex world that we're living in? So much noise, so much technology, so much is asked of us. We're going to use the framework of cultural intelligence. You guys heard me a few times on Chris's show talking about cultural intelligence and the importance of cultural intelligence in this day and age. And this isn't about nice. This isn't about being cool. This isn't about, oh my gosh, I need to do another thing. I need to learn about a different culture, a different background. This is simply you trying to grow, you trying to adapt to the world that you're living in, and you're asking to be part of. The good thing within cultural intelligence, everything that we will talk about can be taught, can be learned, and it can be adapted to your own personality and to who you are. With cultural intelligence, it is the upgrade that we all will need to be able to adapt and communicate when things don't look right, when communications get tough, and when things are not syncing the way you want them to sync. It puts a lot of blight on the system as well as the people behind the system, and it makes it more of a human challenge to understand, because they are the ones that are going to make the difference. We are, as human, the ones that make the difference. On this journey, It's a People Problem, we're going to be bringing a lot of different guest speakers to join us on this show. Some are going to be local from our community members, and some are going to be national, and some hopefully are going to be international. But above all, I want the young generations to know that we're there for them. On this show, we're going to be inviting a lot of great leaders. Some are going to be young, some are going to be older, some are going to be very experienced, and some are going to be on the local level and national level and global level. But one of the big things that we want to do on this show, we want to open up this space for the younger generation to have a voice and to be able to see the world their way from their own lens. With teaching them CQ, culture intelligence, the goal is huge for all of us to be on the same playing field. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is your host, Fathy Shetiah. It's a people problem on the Michigan Business Network.